Not all concealed handgun pistols are created equal. Some simply offer far more than just your average everyday self-defense tool, like, your SIG P365, your Springfield Hellcat, etc. A handful of handguns don't just disappear under a shirt. They can also serve as home defense weapons, handle medium game hunting, and even protect against dangerous predators in the wild. But which ones can truly do it all? In this video, we'll talk about the most versatile concealed carry handguns on the market today. From compact powerhouses like the Glock 33 and 357 SIG, which punches through barriers with the speed of a rifle round, to the Glock 29, a 10mm workhorse that can take on both two-legged and four-legged threats. And if you think small pistols can't handle Magnum level firepower, wait until we get to the Glock 30 conversion to 460 Rowland, a setup that rivals the 44 Magnum while still being semi-auto. But we're not just looking at raw power. The Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Compact 10mm and Springfield XDM Elite Compact 10mm prove that you can get firepower without punishing recoil, while the FN 510 MRD adds modern optics-ready capability to the mix. And for those who want something truly out of the ordinary, the FK BRNO PSD Compact delivers rifle-like performance in a carry-friendly package. If you've been looking for a pistol that does more than just sit in a waistband, stick around. These might just change the way you think about concealed carry. SIG P229 Legion and 357 SIG. The SIG P229 Legion and 357 SIG often gets overlooked by folks who tend to stick with more common calibers. Yet it can handle almost any job you throw at it. Anyone who's tested it in real-world and training scenarios walks away impressed by its power and accuracy. It has a metal frame that helps absorb the snap of the 357 SIG, which travels at impressive speeds and hits with authority. That velocity and energy give you a bit more reach and penetration than typical carry calibers, making it a strong choice for urban carry, home defense, and even protection from aggressive animals in the wild. One reason many enthusiasts like this pistol is that it's relatively compact, while still delivering performance that borders on full-size power. The 3.9-inch barrel and about 32-ounce weight balance well, and they make follow-up shots more manageable than you would expect. Because the trigger is DASA, the first shot is heavier, while the subsequent pulls are lighter and crisper, giving you control and a safety margin at the same time. This model used to be the standard issue sidearm of the United States Secret Service, which speaks volumes about its reliability. The 357 SIG cartridge is not the cheapest option, and SIG itself no longer manufactures P229s in this caliber, so these pistols can be tricky to find. Prices can climb north of $1,000 for a used one in good shape, but you can always find a P229 in 40 S&W and just buy a drop-in 357 SIG barrel. A lot of people who invest in it do so because they want one pistol that checks multiple boxes. It conceals fairly well, carries enough rounds for most defensive needs, and can stop threats that lesser calibers might struggle with. Glock 33. The Glock 33 chambers the same high-velocity 357 SIG round, but packages it in a subcompact form that's easier to hide on your person. It's small, weighing at around 20 ounces unloaded, so it tucks away nicely in an inside-the-waistband holster or even an ankle carry setup if you're experienced with that. Despite the reduced dimensions, it still launches 357 SIG loads that roar out of the barrel at breakneck speeds. That means each shot is packing the kind of punch that slices through barriers and thick materials, where milder rounds might fail. This model sometimes surprises shooters at the range who aren't used to subcompacts with this much energy. While it's a snappy cartridge, the design of the Glock helps keep the recoil in check. It'll buck more than a typical 9mm, but with practice, you'll be able to get those second and third shots on target faster than you might expect. The fact that various law enforcement agencies have used the 357 SIG caliber for duty pistols says a lot about its effectiveness and reliability. Ammo can be pricey, which is the only real downside for all guns in 357 SIG. On the other hand, people who prioritize raw stopping power in a tiny package see this as well worth the investment. It doesn't take up much space, conceals easily under a t-shirt, and will handle threats on par with many service-sized firearms. Some folks even trust it in the backcountry for smaller predators or situations that call for more penetration. Glock 29. The Glock 29 has earned a reputation as a strong 10mm option that can still be easily carried concealed. It's neither ultralight nor huge, so it strikes a balance that covers typical concealed carry needs and extends to more serious challenges. Many fans of this pistol like it can pull double duty for city streets and wilderness areas. The 10mm auto round has significantly higher velocity and energy than standard defensive calibers, which makes it suitable for everything from home protection to fending off wildlife like hogs or bears. The pistol's recoil is surprisingly manageable. While 10mm isn't known for being gentle, the polymer frame and grip design help mitigate the sharpness. In training, you'll notice a push that's hefty but not uncontrollable, allowing rapid follow-up shots once you put in some range time. Even though it's a compact pistol, it typically holds 10+1 rounds, and aftermarket magazines can extend that capacity. That gives you a solid buffer if you ever face multiple threats or need extra firepower in the backwoods. Its reliability is another factor that draws people to the Glock 29. Glocks have a track record for feeding a wide range of ammunition without problems, and this model's no exception. Shooters appreciate that they can run milder training loads or full-power hunting rounds. The pistol handles them all, so you can tailor your ammo to your specific use. Lighter loads for everyday carry in town, then load up some heavyweight hardcast if you head out hiking. The ability to fit a big roll into a small frame has made it a go-to choice for people who want a do-it-all carry gun that travels seamlessly between urban and rural settings. Springfield XD-M Elite Compact 10mm. Springfield's XD-M Elite Compact in 10mm is a favorite among folks who want something that's easy to carry but still brings the heat. It's not too large for daily concealment, yet offers a capacity that keeps you well armed, particularly if you grab the extended magazines. The polymer frame helps tame the punch of the 10mm round, and the overall feel is comfortable for various hand sizes. The 3.8-inch match-grade barrel gives you enough length to harness the 10mm's power, while still maintaining a short enough profile to stay discreet. One perk with this gun is its ability to handle strong loads without beating up the shooter. The grip texture and ergonomics keep it steady, and the recoil system smooths out a good portion of the snap. Even folks who don't typically carry larger calibers remark that the XD-M Elite Compact doesn't feel like a beast to control. That's a big plus for anyone who wants to carry 10mm but isn't interested in wrestling with excessive muzzle flip. This pistol also benefits from an optics-ready slide, which means you can toss on a red dot if that's your style. Quick target acquisition can make a big difference in both defensive and outdoor situations, and it's convenient to have an option built in. The price sits at a range that many shooters find accessible, only $653. It's a steal, considering the features you're getting. Because it bridges the gap between urban carry and serious wilderness protection, this model has gained quite a following. If you want one handgun that covers personal security around town and peace of mind when you're off the grid, it's hard to overlook the effectiveness of the XD-M Elite Compact in 10mm. Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Compact 10mm. Smith & Wesson's M&P 2.0 in 10mm is another strong contender in the versatile handgun category. It gives you a blend of compact dimensions and powerful caliber performance, which suits folks who need a single firearm to do multiple jobs. The 4-inch barrel and roughly 28-ounce weight create a manageable carry gun that still handles those full-house 10mm loads without wearing out the shooter. A lot of people are drawn to the M&P 2.0 series because of the grip design. It offers a secure feel and includes interchangeable backstraps, so you can adjust it to your hands. That grip texture helps you keep everything under control when shooting heavier rounds. The factory trigger in the 2.0 line is also a step up from earlier versions, providing a crisper break that many shooters find easier to manage. One of the best parts about this pistol is that you can use it for more than everyday self-defense. The 10mm chambering makes it viable for small to medium-sized game hunting, and it can handle predator defense in the backcountry if you load some heavyweight rounds. Pair that with the 15+1 capacity, and you have plenty of firepower in a package that's still feasible for concealed carry. The slide is cut out for optics, so you can drop a red dot on top if you want to extend your range or improve speed on target. It's priced in a way that's accessible for many gun owners, just $669, but it doesn't skimp on durability. The M&P line has a solid history with law enforcement agencies, and the 10mm version continues that reputation for toughness. Glock 30 converted to 460 Rowland. The Glock 30 has long been a respected 45 ACP compact, but converting it to 460 Rowland turns it into a whole different creature. This setup boosts the power to levels that rival 44 Magnum territory, yet the pistol remains small enough for concealed carry if you're determined and choose the right holster. Folks who want a serious multi-purpose tool see a lot of potential here. You still have the familiar Glock platform and design, but the ballistic performance becomes extraordinary. The 460 Rowland cartridge drives bullets at velocities significantly higher than standard 45 ACP, which has led many hunters to adopt it for pursuits that usually require a revolver with a larger frame. The advantage here is that you can have this power in a semi-auto that holds 10+1 rounds. Reloads are quick, and you don't face the same capacity limitations as a traditional wheel gun. A compensator, included in most conversion kits, keeps the recoil in check, so you can actually get decent follow-up shots. Another nice feature of the conversion is that you can usually shoot regular 45 ACP from the same setup, though you should confirm specifics with the kit you choose. People who like to save money on ammo can keep 45 ACP around for practice or daily carry, then switch to 460 Rowland loads when going hiking or hunting. The option to handle self-defense, outdoor protection, and even bigger game hunting tasks makes this one of the most flexible handguns around, especially if you already own a Glock 30 and just want to upgrade. The conversion kits aren't cheap, but you're effectively creating a handgun that can replace multiple others. So many enthusiasts see it as a fair trade for the power and adaptability you gain. FK BRNO PSD Compact. The FK BRNO PSD Compact is an unusual option that appeals to shooters wanting both extreme performance and a design that's still carry-friendly. It uses the proprietary 7.5 FK round, which generates energy levels closer to intermediate rifle rounds than most handguns can manage. Even though it measures around 8.1 inches in total length, it remains smaller than many full-size pistols, and it carries 14 rounds of 7.5 FK. What makes it truly interesting is the ability to swap in a 10mm auto barrel, giving you two potent calibers in one firearm. The 7.5 FK round typically launches bullets at around 2,000 feet per second, which yields seriously flat trajectory and devastating energy on target. Enthusiasts praise its effectiveness at greater distances, where it can compete with carbines in certain scenarios. Because the pistol is built to handle that pressure, it's surprisingly pleasant when shooting 10mm out of the same frame. It's a design that broadens your options if you need to shift between rare high-performance ammo and a more commonly stocked caliber like 10mm. Recoil management is good for such a powerful platform, partly due to the gun's construction and balance. The grip and controls were developed with practicality in mind, so it doesn't feel awkward or unwieldy. An optics-ready slide means you can mount a red dot without much fuss, which is appealing if you plan to take advantage of the round's long-range capabilities. Some people consider the price steep at around $1,500, but it's a big drop from the original FK field pistol that costs several times more. The PSD Compact offers something you won't find in typical off-the-shelf carry pistols, a design that truly bridges personal defense, hunting needs, and high-end ballistic performance in a size that still fits under a jacket. FN 510 MRD. And last but not the least, let's talk about the FN 510 MRD, which in my opinion is the best 10mm choice on this list, and arguably the best 10mm compact pistol on the market right now. It merges substantial firepower with a frame that's still practical to conceal. Measuring about 7.2 inches in length, it isn't far off the dimensions of many 9mm carry guns, but it can handle full-throttle 10mm loads. The recoil system is designed to soften some of the kick, so it's easier to manage than you might expect from a pistol harnessing that much power. It ships with a flush-fit magazine holding 15 rounds, plus an extended one that holds 22. That means you can keep things compact for everyday carry, then switch to a larger magazine if you want more ammo in the backcountry. The slide is milled to fit an optic directly, which is a popular setup these days for faster target acquisition. Suppressor height sights come standard, so you can co-witness the iron sights through the red dot. Controls are ambidextrous, and the grip texture helps hold it in place when you're firing energetic loads. Despite being built for heavy work, the 510 MRD still feels balanced enough for everyday use, and the weight is around 31 ounces, which isn't too hefty for a 10mm. It cycles reliably even with tougher loads. People also like the level of detail FN put into the feed system to ensure smooth operation. The trigger pull is around 6 pounds, which is suitable for a defensive sidearm that might ride in a holster all day. The price floats near the $900 mark, so it's not the cheapest, but many find that the quality of the materials and engineering justify the cost. FN has a long history of producing firearms for military and law enforcement, and that pedigree shows here. If you want a concealed carry pistol that can serve as a multi-role tool, from everyday defense in the city to protecting against threats in the wild, the FN 510 MRD deserves a hard look. And that's it for this video. Versatility in a concealed carry gun isn't just about size. It's about what it can handle. Whether it's the Glock 29 and FN 510 MRD dominating the 10mm category, the SIG P229 Legion making the most of 357 SIG, or the Glock 30 and 460 Rowland packing revolver tier power. These aren't your average carry guns. And if you're after something unconventional, the FK BRNO PSD Compact delivers in ways most pistols can't. But would you happen to own a pistol that you believe should have made the list? Please let us know in the comments. And don't forget, hit like, share, subscribe, and click that bell icon so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.